What's going on, boxing fans? Julian Williams here at the distance. Got a post-fight video for you guys. Tomasz Adamek, Vinny Maddalone. Post-fight match took place last night. Ended in a 5th round knockout. So I'm gonna try to touch as briefly on this matchup as possible, and then talk about maybe the future for Tomasz Adamek. But Tomasz Adamek came out in the first round, pretty much won all the rounds. But in this matchup, he came out in the first round and wasn't really much feeling out in the first round. He just came out and used a nice series of quick jabs, combinations, single shots to the body, a lot of movement, a lot of angles, and all that gave Maddalone a lot of trouble because Maddalone wasn't able to cut off the ring. So Tomasz Adamek stayed on the outside, threw a lot of jabs, threw a nice series of jabs, a nice series of combination power punches, and and just threw punches at a very high volume, to kind of keep Maddalone on the defensive. So the first round did give to Tomasz Adamek. The second round, Tomasz Adamek started to throw a lot of power shots over the top, like a lot of overhand rights and a lot of overhand lefts, and this is like at the beginning of the round, he's throwing some single shots, and towards the end of the round, he started to land more shots to the body, more single shots to the body, and then went back to using his jab and using his movement, and pretty much just controlling the pace of the fight and the tempo of the fight using his jab and using combinations. So the second round gave to Adamek. Third round, we did see Maddalone slow down, and we saw in the body language said it all, because he started to move back a little bit more. He slowed down. His punches, even though there wasn't much steam on his punches, they kind of lost a little bit of the steam. He wasn't throwing as much in the third round. It just seems as if he slowed down, the body shots were taking its effect, because a lot of the 1-2s that were being landed were landed right on the body. So Adamek, I did think won that round as well, because he did throw effective shots to the body. Not only did he throw effective shots to the body, but he jabbed quite well. He jabbed, used his combinations again, and moved around the ring. In the fourth round, beginning of the round, Tomasz Adamek threw a nice series of combinations that drove Maddalone back into the ropes, and pretty much he won the round at the very beginning of it. But he went back to solid boxing, back to movement, back to jabbing, back to throwing shots to the body, back to throwing power shots up top, and throwing just a lot of punches. So I thought Adamek won that fourth round. The fifth round was the knockout, that 1-2 going back. He's going back with him with the 1-2, and pretty much it was all said and done after that knockdown, because Maddalone was hurt, and it seemed as if he was tired coming into that round, because the shots to the body were was just effective, and it was taking its toll on him. So the shots to the body were taking its effect to slow them down, and Adamek was pretty much a headhunter. I thought when he hurt him, he should have went a little more to the body, due to the fact that he did seem to be slowing down, was tired, and I thought that would probably leave the head open for him. But hey, he got the knockout regardless. But overall, pretty decent victory. Tomasz Adamek controlled the whole fight, just using different things, combination punches, quick jabs, different jab variations, shots to the body, occasional 1-2s up top, overhand, land on occasional overhand rights and overhand lefts. Tomasz Adamek did pretty much everything right in this matchup, but it was against an opponent where he was supposed to do everything right against. So, we talk about small men moving up in weights, and when we talk about somebody that's quite forgotten right now is Tomasz Adamek, who's moved up about 50 pounds. In the last 2-3 years, moved up about 50 pounds. So that's something to take into consideration. He's another small guy moving up, and highly skilled, and seems to be improving. And one thing I do question is the level of opposition, how that's set up with him. But he's been looking good the last couple years against the opponents that he's facing. Maybe in 2011, maybe he's fighting a Klitschko by mid 2011. Who knows? I would like to see this happen. But he looked very good in this matchup. One thing that against the Klitschko that he's gonna have to do, and to be the Klitschko, you're gonna have to be an opponent that could walk through their shots and land big shots in between their shots. And I don't know if Adamek is going to be that type of fighter. I don't know how he's going to get inside of that reach of both of the brothers. I would like to see Adamek versus Hay. I would like to see that matchup. Adamek versus Klitschko will be a good fight. And I'm not even undermining Tomasz Adamek at the moment. I'm just saying I don't know if his boxing ability can, and skill wins fights, and we'll see what happens if he fights a Klitschko. But he does have a very good chin. He did, Maddalone landed some good shots on him. Ariola landed some good shots on him early in their matchup. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully, if he doesn't fight Klitschko, for some reason I think he'll end up fighting another fringe guy like a Dominic Gwynn, or I would like to see him fight the one guy, I think his name is Malik Scott. That would be a decent fight to make. See how good that guy is, because he talks a lot of shit. But I would actually buy that on pay-per-view for $40 maybe, even though the other guy hasn't really stepped up and faced anybody. I would actually like to see that fight. But anyway, guys, that was The Distance. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good day. Peace.